You're watching Tennessee Titans Today by Chat Sports. I am Tom Downey, and we're beginning today's show with the Malik Willis Hype Train that has already begun to materialize through like 2 rookie minicamp practice. But welcome to life in the NFL, especially when you're a relatively highly drafted QB. Willis has been getting hyped up at rookie minicamp by team beat writers, by ESPN themselves. They keep saying they're impressed by what the third-round pick has done in a very, very, very small sample size. And given where Tennessee is at and the hopes of this organization, there are high expectations, even for a third-round pick at QB, which typically, in most cases, don't always pan out that great. But here's what Jeremy Fowler of ESPN had to say on Malik Willis this morning. Quote, "I've talked to some teams who believe that they will have a package somewhere down the line for him in an actual game action, even though he's largely considered a project, needs some time, but he can have some goal line work as a way for the Titans to use his running game. I am told he had a really big day yesterday, looked the part in a major way in their day 2 of rookie minicamp." Now, that note that comes from other teams, not from within the organization, but the Malik Willis Hype Train is getting started, at least a little bit here early on. Are you excited for Malik Willis? If you are, type in me in the comment section right now. Willis was my number 1 QB, admittedly in a not very good quarterback class. Ended up being QB3 off the board behind Kenny Pickett, who went in round 1, and Desmond Ridder, who went in round 3 as well. Willis's passing is not there yet. He is an undeveloped passer in terms of attacking the middle of the field, of seeing it and triggering it. He's a little bit slow to process at points. If the first read's not there, he tends not to trust everything. His best plays came from when he missed an open guy, made a bunch of stuff happen outside of structure, and then found a guy downfield on a crazy play. Like, that's the pro and con were on some of those top highlight reel plays. What he does offer you at minimum is great athletic ability. Is he Lamar Jackson? No, I don't think so. But he is a fantastic runner and a valid dual threat. And given that Tannehill has also brought some of that in his NFL career, though he is getting older now, I do think there could be a package for Malik Willis inside the red zone. Imagine a Malik Willis, Derrick Henry read option play call. That's fun as far as I'm concerned, and it doesn't require him to have to process that much on the field. So that's certainly a good factor there. I do think you have to be patient with Malik Willis. He might be a year away from being a year away. He does need time, but early flashes are really good for a team with Tennessee in Malik Willis as their clear-cut, I think, backup QB this year. Logan Woodside's not that good of a football player. So do you think, whether it's a year from now, 2 years from now, 3, 4, 5, whatever, will Malik Willis be a franchise QB? Get your predictions in for me. Y for yes or N for no. Now, this question is going to be the pinned comment on today's video. So if the ad break comes here while you're watching on YouTube, take advantage of it. Head down there and let me know what you think the future holds for Malik Willis. Let's go to the team's first-round pick, the guy they got as part of the A.J. Brown trade, Treylon Burks. Now, he had to leave his first minicamp practice due to what was apparent conditioning issues. Didn't look quite right out there. Left with an inhaler and a trainer. He tried to come back, didn't really. It's never good when you see your first-round pick, who you're counting on to play a significant role, not be a full go at his first real practice. Now, I would like to make note, there is a difference between in shape and football shape. Very big different things here, which is basically what Mike Vrabel had to say on Treylon Burks. Quote, I think it's hard to think that they can recreate with a trainer how we do things. We see that with veterans that have come back and started our offseason program and guys that have joined a few weeks in. It's just different. I know that they were working and they think they were trying to get in shape, but that's just not the case. Burks was fine, by the way, on day 2. Didn't miss anything, was out there a full go. No concerns at all for Burks at that standpoint. It is somewhat of a minor red flag. We'll spend some more time on it, but It's also not worth freaking out about, I don't believe. What you should be freaking out about is getting yourself a Treylon Burks or Malik Willis jersey. They are available now. Chatsports.com/Titans jersey. That link will be in the comment section and it will be in the description. The rookie jerseys are out with the proper numbers. It will take some time for it to be delivered. You got to be patient. There's always a backlog since you can't really pre-make anything from that standpoint. You got to let the inventory get built up first. So check the comment section and your description. Get your official rookie Nike jerseys for Malik Willis and Treylon Burks at chatsports.com/Titans jersey. Takes you right into the Fanatics site. Back to Burks. I am excited to see what he does this year because once the ball is in his hands, he is a game breaker. I do have separation concerns, but given the receivers that were off the board, it was a great pick by Tennessee in round 1, if we ignore the trade aspect of it. He, I think, should be utilized like early career A.J. Brown. It's kind of a 1-to-1 slot in there, I think, from my standpoint. What the Titans need, though, is to have Burks play a pivotal role. Because Robert Woods coming off his own injury was a great trade pickup. I love that one. I know that there's some hype around Nick Westbrook-Akina, but I'm not there yet on him. I need Burks to ball out in year 1 and significantly step up and be a borderline 1,000-yard receiver for what this team has at the wide receiver position. So in light of the, I'm going to call it minor apparent conditioning issues, how worried are you about Burks right now? Scale it for me, 1 to 100. 1 being it's a nothing burger, you're overreacting, even talking about. 100 being you're melting down, he's a bust. It's just like when Jamar Chase couldn't catch passes early on for the Cincinnati Bengals, which is my point exactly. So scale 1 to 100. Look, Burks' weight did fluctuate a little bit in college. He was around 240 once the season wrapped up. That's not ideal, but it's also mid-May. I don't think we have to overreact at all. I do get the vibes of what I mentioned. Jamar Chase can't catch passes. He's a bust. Real takes from real people in the preseason. And then, of course, Jamar Chase went nuclear and became, I think, top 5 receiver in the NFL. Like, he was incredible. Is Burks going to be Chase year 1? No, probably not. Almost certainly not. Is he going to be J.J. Arcega-Whiteside 2.0? No, probably not either. So don't overreact. Nothing that has happened so far should have changed anything about your pre-draft thought process as it relates to Burks. Now, if you guys love the Titans, subscribe right now. We are 560 subscribers away from 4,000. We are way behind all the other channels here at Chat Sports. It's kind of embarrassing. Producer Jack's going to get fired. Don't tell him I said that. So subscribe right now to help everyone keep his Jack. Yeah, he's going to be intern Jack now. Great point there, Chugs. YouTube.com/Titans today. If you haven't already and you want free videos every single day, subscribe right now. Wanted to spend some more time now on Ryan Tannehill side of things here, especially in light of the whole Malik Willis hype train, right? Tannehill had drawn some fire for his comments about his job and mentoring Malik Willis, etc. Willis and head coach Mike Vrabel have handled it flawlessly so far. They've shown no issues, made it seem like there's no issues, I certainly believe as well. And Vrabel has only praised Tannehill so far. It was the full quote from Tannehill originally about mentoring and teaching Malik Willis. That's part of being in a quarterback room, in the same room. We're competing against each other. We're watching the same tape. We're doing the same drills. I don't think it's my job to mentor him. But if he learns from me along the way, then that's a great thing. Here's what head coach Mike Vrabel said. I thought Ryan handled that very well. I thought he was genuine. I thought he is authentic. And I know Ryan is a great teammate. Everybody here knows he's a great teammate, and that is not his job. It's not his job. His job is to prepare to help us win a bunch of games and be a great teammate and help us out. And I know that he's going to do that. So that was not any sort of issue for me. Now, when it comes to Tannehill, the quarterback, and doing his job to win you football games, do you trust him? Type A for yes, he's still plan A, or type B for maybe you want to look in a different direction, such as exploring the Malik Willis path. Let me know what you think in the comments right now. I thought the team handled the quote and reaction pretty well, and I very much get what Tannehill was saying. Also, maybe you just want to mouth platitudes a little bit there for Tannehill, but I think the reason why he was so upfront was he knows the pressure's on him. His only concern right now, as it should be, is keeping his job, doing everything possible to win football games for Tennessee. Even though Tannehill does turn 34 in July, he is not in the vet mentor stage at this point. He is still in the I got to win football games right now stage. And if he doesn't win games, if he doesn't have more playoff success, then Tennessee will begin to look into maybe it's time to make the transition to Malik Willis sooner than we thought, or explore a different option altogether. There is a lot of pressure on Tannehill this year. So, yeah, mentoring his potential replacement, probably not high up on that list of things he's trying to do at this point.